No one should have to go through life feeling uncomfortable in their own skin. This is an unfortunate reality for many trans members of the LGBT community who frequently face judgment and harassment in their daily lives for expressing themselves and living their authentic truth. Lisa has battled with gender dysphoria her whole life and finally found relief after her experience here at Austin-Weston. She has been courageous enough to share her story with us today and help dispel the stigmas and misinformation associated with gender affirmation surgery.
Tell us your story.
I'm almost 46 years old, transgender female. I started to get the feelings that I was female about the age of 4, and I started to express those feelings. Basically at that time, I was put in therapy to try to, I guess, figure out like what this issue was. Basically, I kind of buried it away for a while, and several years later, after therapy, I realized that I needed to present and live as a woman. I was having gender dysphoria. That's when I realized that I needed to have some facial feminization surgery. The anxiety can be very gripping. If you talk to other trans women, they'll tell you that it can be so bad that like they can't leave the house. They feel suicidal.
How did you choose me to do your surgery?
My friend's like, you gotta go and see Dr. Weston, so I did. I think we sat and talked for about 45 minutes. I had had 3 previous consultations, and what I guess stood apart from the other consultations was the time that you took and spent with me, not just to, figure out what I thought I needed or to recommend what you thought I might need. You also took an interest in my background and why I was doing it. So when I walked out of your office, I was like, wow, he really cares. And I felt like there was a connection there that I didn't think I needed to have, and it was good. It gave me a warm, fuzzy feeling about going forward. That was kind of like the deciding factor for me. You did the brow reduction and shaping and then the lift, and you did the upper eyelid surgery because I had some excess skin there. Fat transfer to the cheeks as well as around the mouth. So there was a ridge that I had that you took down. You kind of turned the nose up a little bit, made it a little bit smaller and more feminine. You did a reduction and shaping, rounding, and then you went in and did the tracheal shave. That was it. Which was a lot.
How's it been since your surgery?
It's been great. The recovery was quick. I could tell right off the bat, even though there was swelling, I could tell my dysphoria went away almost instantly. My real area of concern was my brow. Whenever I go to the bathroom, there's always the mirrors with the overhead lighting, and I could see the shadow from my large brow that would get cast on my face. And having that reduction done, it just made all of that anxiety and everything go away. It was a life changer. I'm more confident. I don't have dysphoria anymore. I can present as a female, and everybody accepts me as that. I timed everything out so that my last day at work as Scott was the day before the surgery. It was kind of an adjustment period for everyone. I got a new job, and I'm making more money, and everything's been great the last year and a half since my surgery. The fact that there were many other women, trans women and men, that came before me and have lived authentically and visibly. The fact of the matter is I had to do it, and it just made it a lot easier. There are a lot of people that transition, they feel like they need to live in a way that people don't know that they're transgender. Felt like I was hiding my whole life in one closet, and I didn't want to find myself trying to hide that I transitioned. It's given me the ability and the confidence to do that. There's an awareness. People know what transgender is, and they've met, now that we're all out there and we're living visibly, they all know a transgender person. I'm very thankful. I did all of this, not to be pretty, but to be okay with myself and to have peace with myself. Definitely recommend surgery if you're having dysphoria related to your appearance. I understand how expensive it is. Do it because you want to do it and you need to do it, not because somebody tells you to. I'm very thankful, and anyone who decides to have surgery for you for FFS, I highly recommend Dr. Weston. You won't regret it. I don't say this much, but I gotta tell you, it probably saved my life. Oh my gosh.
You were precious and special,
Oh, thank you.
We loved doing it for you.
Aw.
And hearing how well you're doing
Yeah.
is just,
Oh my
it's
God.
just awesome for us too. We get a lot from doing it. I want you to know how it makes us feel.
Aw.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks for having us do it.
Yeah.
Click the link in the description to schedule a consultation with one of our team members through our online form or give us a call at 703-893-6168.